Welcome to another careers workshop. This time I'm talking about what you need to know to transition smoothly to university studies. Otago in Victoria recently undertook research of their students and found some patterns regarding some of the issues faced by young people moving from school to university. It has been estimated that between 30 to 60% of students do not complete their first year of university studies. One of the key things that comes up with regards to the difference between university and school is around assessment practices. At university, there are no resubs. If you hand in your work late, most courses will penalise you. So say the assessment's worth 30% of your grade, you might get 5% off for each day that it's late. Also, there is very tight criteria for extensions, which are much stricter than at school. Another key difference is around the workload. If you think about what happens at school, you can expect to have 4 to 5 hours contact time with your teachers per day, and then you're expected to do 1 or 2 hours per night on your own. However, at university, this flips. So what happens is that you might have 1 to 2 hours contact time at university, and then you're expected to do 4 or 5 hours on your own. You can get an idea of what's expected on the course outline, and here's an example of one here. You can see this paper is one of the compulsory geography papers at Vic. It shows you how many points it contributes to your degree, how much it's going to cost you. Overall, it talks about what the paper will cover. Tells you what's covered each week, who your lecturers are. And if you go down here, you can see that it's going to be 24 lectures, 6 tutorials. The assessment consists of one assignment, an essay, and a final exam. This paper is expected to take you 150 hours, which includes 3 hours per week, 2 lectures, 4 hours per week reading the texts, 4 hours per week researching and reading and writing, and 1.5 hours per week revising. Here's the assessments. You can see this assignment, My Place in Wellington, is 20% of the grade, and your exam is worth 40% of the grade. Mandatory requirements include you need to get at least a pass rate of 50%, submit both internal assessments, and attend 4 out of 6 tutorials. You'll get penalised if you go over or under the word limit, and if you don't follow the correct referencing style. So you can use this to gauge what is required and how to manage your time. As a general rule, for every hour you spend in class, you should spend 2 hours working on your own. So these are two very obvious differences between university and school. However, what the researchers weren't expecting were the other issues that students identified as affecting their transition from school to university. The first one was making connections. The researchers found that those students who didn't make connections in their first few weeks of university struggled. Students who had poor mental health were also more likely to quit. And the last one, financial stress, for example, student loans and allowances, that sort of thing, contributed to students pulling out. My workshop on StudyLink you can find here, and that should help you get underway researching and preparing for the financial realities of studying. There are also some resources here from the university, and each university has budgeting services available. Remember that with university, it's all or nothing. There are no half degrees. Yes, you can transfer to another university, change your major, or take a break if you're unwell, and then go back. But if you quit after your first year of study, you get nothing. No certificate, no diplomas, nothing. So what can you do to prepare? Well, you can join a club. Most of the universities have a club day like ours where they advertise the clubs you can join. Some are just for fun, but others can enhance your degree or skills, such as debating or the Student Volunteer Army. Most of the universities run a University 101 week where they offer workshops on referencing or academic writing or study advice. On their website, Victoria's got advice on time management and note taking. You can find that here. It goes without saying that your success will be enhanced if you attend your tutorials and lectures. All in all, you're putting yourself in the best place to succeed if you do your research and have some idea of what to expect. Another thing that you could do is to be explicit about developing your resilience. Here's a website that has some actual practical, tangible ways that you can build your resilience. Building and maintaining your resilience will help you with your journey through university. It is not always going to be easy. It is not going to be week for 4 years. But if you can get yourself through those hard days, looking after yourself and using your support networks, you'll come out at the end with a qualification and the life learning that comes with the journey that is tertiary studies. At the end of the day, you need to ask yourself, is going to university the best place for my learning, and am I ready to commit? I hope this has helped. Give us a follow on Instagram, or if you're retro enough on Facebook. We're up to 346 followers on Instagram, so we're pretty proud of that. Take care and ka kite anō.